It's the Cool Kids Club. You've been invited to the Cool Kids Club. It's so exciting, yeah. Justin likes monsters, yeah. And Amy likes words in the Cool Kids Club. Cool Kids Club.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Cool Kids Club. This is episode 110. 110.
Hot damn.
Damn. I am one of your hosts, Amy.
Hey, Amy. I'm the
Hey.
other host, Justin.
Hey,
We're
brother
siblings.
of mine. Yeah,
We are America's favorite siblings.
that's true.
And
That
this
is
is Cool
true.
Kids Club. Welcome back.
Welcome back, or welcome.
How are you, Amy?
You know, I'm surviving. I'm really fucking busy, but
Yeah.
I'm surviving. How about you?
Same. Got
Yeah.
a lot going on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, hanging in there. And this podcast has become sort of just my happy place. This is
Yeah,
where I
it's a
get to
nice
go and forget about all the adult real life stuff I have to
Mhm.
do
Real
or that's
world.
going on, and
Yeah.
just talk about wonderful memories from
Yeah.
our childhood. And who
Mhm.
boy do we have one today?
We got a doozy today. We got a
Uh,
juggernaut.
I can't believe it's taken us 110 episodes to talk about this. We're doing Jurassic Park today, clearly, and
Yeah,
whew,
yeah.
I have been wanting to. I feel like okay, so I have the great obsessions, right? The great
Mhm,
obsessions of Justin.
mhm.
Ninja Turtles was
Trademark
one.
pending.
Trademark
You
pending.
said you describe it as the pillars of your
The pillars.
personality. Yeah,
There's quite a few.
yeah. You got a lot holding you up.
But but I think the earliest one, before Ninja Turtles even,
Uh,
was dinosaurs. As
yes.
I think is the case with a lot of kids,
Mhm,
particularly young boys.
mhm.
Dinosaurs are fucking fascinating. I
They
still
are.
love me some dinos.
They are fascinating. I feel like this just really came out at the perfect time for a lot of kids who grew up obsessed with dinosaurs, especially because you were like 8 when this came out, so you'd gotten out of the dino phase, but you were kinda
Sure.
old enough to see this movie.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Because
It
this
was kind
movie
of like,
is,
oh, bringing back the classics for me,
mhm,
you know?
mhm. But I probably wouldn't, like, advise, like, a 3-year-old who's currently really into dinosaurs to watch this.
That's probably too
Be a
young.
little too scary, right?
That's probably too young.
Mhm.
But oh my god. I just wanted to do a whole episode of just talking about dinos. Just all my dino memories. And
Okay.
dinos were big in the 80s and 90s. I feel like there
They
were a
really were.
lot of dinosaur cartoons.
Yeah.
You had dinosaur toys everywhere.
Mhm,
One of
mhm.
my favorite cartoons slash toy lines that I never actually got to own any of, so I should probably get on that as an adult, is
You
Dino
probably should.
Riders.
Oh, yeah.
Loved
That was
Dino
one of
Riders.
those ones
You and
that
I were
was
talking
just
about Denver the
created.
Last Dinosaur the other night. Another good one.
Oh, love that book. Love
Yeah,
that book.
that's a show.
Yeah. Wait, what did you say?
What did you wait, what
Wait,
did you
what?
hear?
I thought you said Day the last time. Didn't we have a book? It was called
Denver the Last
Daniel? I mean,
Daniel?
I'm gonna get to the
What
bottom of
the
this.
hell are you talking about? You don't know
I'm gonna
Denver the Last Dinosaur?
Danny the Dinosaur. It was a book that we had. No,
Dino
you
the
don't recall?
Dinosaur. No,
Yeah.
I don't
Mhm.
recall this. I don't recall, but
Yes.
I do recall Denver the Last Dinosaur.
Okay, well, I am also
Anyway,
looking at that. Denver the Last Dinosaur? I don't know that I recall Denver.
Denver the Last Dinosaur was a cartoon. There were a lot of Saturday
Okay.
morning dino cartoons. There were all kinds of
Dinos
variations.
were
And then when
hot.
Ninja Turtles got big,
Mhm.
there were a billion Ninja Turtle ripoffs, and so you
Mm.
saw even more, I feel
And
like.
what are turtles but just modern day dinosaurs,
That's right. Well, and
you
then you,
know?
of course, you had the classic Jim Henson ABC show, Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That was a big deal. That
That
will
was
get its own episode, I'm sure. But man,
oh, yeah.
I just remember I had this beautiful book, and it was
Mhm.
just like my favorite book of these like cool uh illustrations of dinosaurs, and
Mhm.
I knew all the names, and I had the poster in my room that had like all the different kinds and their names and
Yeah.
what period they were from, and I love that stuff. So when Jurassic Park came out,
Yeah.
I mean, it was like kind of the culmination of my childhood dino love.
Right, but you were a little bit older, so you could
I could
handle.
appreciate it. I saw this in the
Mhm.
theater. I saw this at the second run cheap theater.
So tell us, this
It
came out in almost what, 32 years ago, almost to the day, June 11th.
June 11th, 93. So yeah,
Mhm.
I saw it in the summer of 93 sometime. Oh
Big
my god.
summer.
And then seeing this on the big screen was just incredible because I wasn't I feel like this was the first summer blockbuster that I got to experience
Mhm.
myself
Like at the
because
time,
I
yeah.
didn't see Batman in the theater.
In the theater. Yeah.
Like, I was aware
Mhm.
of the media and all that around it, but I didn't see it in the theater.
Mhm. Probably rented that one at Blockbuster.
For sure, for sure.
Mhm.
But Jurassic Park, man, I was all in. I
All
was
in.
all in, and so was everybody else.
This was so yeah, it was like I mean, it's a Spielberg movie, so I feel like it's appealing to everyone, no
Yeah.
matter your age. This was just such a huge fucking movie. Can't overstate that.
Yeah.
So,
I
you
mean,
know,
this movie launched the whole franchise. Well, to say the movie launched the whole franchise, the movie is, of course, based on a book. So the book launched the
yes,
whole franchise.
yeah,
The book
but
is have you ever read the book? I haven't.
no, I haven't.
Michael Crichton? I've
Uh-uh.
never read any Michael Crichton,
I
and I
think you mean Michael
probably
Crichton.
Michael Crichton.
Excuse me.
God, did you know he was like 7 feet tall? He was huge.
What? No?
Yeah, he's passed away a couple years ago, I think.
Oh,
But
seven
yeah,
feet
he
tall.
was a big boy.
He
Uh
was the giant dinosaur. He's the
yeah,
giant
yeah. So I've
brontosaurus.
never read the novel. Obviously, there are some changes. And I thought it was funny before the novel was even published
Mhm.
because it was like, oh my God, Michael Crichton is writing this story, and it sounds like it's going to be awesome, and it's Michael Crichton.
What was so
What?
big, like, what had he written prior to this that was so big that they were like, "Oh my god, he's writing a new novel and it's about this." Like, he wasn't a nobody. Like, what was his I know he
I
also wrote
mean, he did
Congo.
thing. I mean, yeah, Congo. He did Westworld. He did the
Okay.
Andromeda Strain.
Okay. I just didn't know,
Um,
like, what came before this and what was after, you know?
Sphere. That was a big one.
Okay, okay.
So yeah,
I gotcha.
he's just a very famous,
Okay,
very successful and famous, kind of science
okay,
fiction writer.
okay.
Yeah, so he was already a big name. They had a whole bidding war before the novel was even published.
Mhm.
Basically all these movie studios bidding for the rights to the film adaptation,
That's
and
crazy.
he kind of personally promised them to Spielberg, but they
Mhm.
did accept or they did look at offers from other studios, like Tim Burton wanted to buy the rights.
Okay.
What's his
Everyone would
name?
have been played by Johnny Depp.
Whoa,
Jeff
oh my God,
Goldblum,
what would Tim Burton's Jurassic Park look like? That's
Ian
going to be the
Malcolm
rest
would
of
have
this
been
episode.
Ian Malcolm would have been Johnny Depp.
Uh, well, yeah,
Uh,
clearly.
Grant, Dr. Grant, that would have been Helena Bonham Carter.
Right, right.
Mhm.
Well, that Dr. Grant is
Oh,
Sam Neill.
what's the other one? Dr. Grant and Dr.
Ellie Sattler.
Sattler. Thank you. Yeah, that would be Helena Bonham
Didn't we
Carter.
just watch this movie like 2 nights ago
I couldn't remember which
together?
Grant was, or I couldn't remember which was which.
Okay,
And we
all
did
right.
just watch this together 2 nights ago.
We did. God, this movie holds up.
It is, I mean, it's incredible. It's so good. Which I know it's like that doesn't make for great podcasting of just talking about how great it is, but it really is. Um, yeah, this was filmed in 1992, um, from August to November in California and Hawaii. Um, and then what Spielberg went on to do Schindler's List from that
Yeah,
point.
yeah. So we went from Jurassic Park to Schindler's List.
Two
So he
very
was doing
different movies.
post-production stuff
Hmm.
um in Poland while he was filming
Yeah,
Schindler's List.
yeah.
Um I think the thing that people think about the most
Hmm.
is the visual effects in this movie. Like
Yeah,
it's incredible with the advances that we have, and honestly, it's to a point where I'm kind of not impressed by anything anymore.
I know.
It's like I
We've somehow gone around to it looks faker than ever.
and we've just accepted that a lot of stuff just kind of always looks like a video game,
Yeah, and
like
I
a
don't
really
like
good
that.
video game, but a video game.
Yeah,
But so it's amazing to me that we can watch this movie from 1993 and
mhm,
the effects hold up so well.
yeah,
It's
like,
just such a testament to the CGI
mhm,
technology and
yeah.
to the practical, and the fact
Oh
that
man,
that they combined those two things,
yeah,
and didn't rely so heavily on CG, which most CG at this
mhm.
point looks very dated in movies from that
Oh
time.
yeah, yeah.
But it doesn't. I'm like, this and
No,
Terminator 2. Those are the two movies from back then that had CG that to me still look great.
I mean, to be fair, they had an enormous budget, but
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
also, I mean, the talent is there. It is incredible. I mean, you can watch it now and like, yes, you can tell it's CG, you can tell it's not as crisp as what we have now, but it's still so good as I mean, it's pretty good CG for now. It's incredible CG for 1993,
Sure. And it
you
was, of
know?
course, Industrial Light and Magic, which is George Lucas's company.
Yes, yes.
And Stan
And the
Winston, of course. Like,
animatronics.
so they basically went and got like the A number one
Yeah.
people, the
Yeah.
A number one like digital uh
Mhm.
digital designer, and then the A number one practical
I
effects
mean,
guy.
yeah. Just incredible. The animatronics, I mean, when we were watching it the other night, talking about the T-Rex scene when you first see the T-Rex, um, and just how tense that whole scene is and how you're like, it's such a masterclass in tension. But the way they go back and forth in that scene between the animatronic and the CG, you got the close and the wide shots.
Uh-huh.
They go back and forth and it's so seamless and it's so good. You're like,
It's like I still don't even see it
yeah,
when I'm
you're just
watching it.
like,
I'm just so
when you're
invested
real
in it.
close that it's the animatronic, but when you go back, you're like, is that CG? Or is that still an anima like how much of that is an animatronic? Because it's that good. Um, and it is. That's a master class. That whole scene, I would say that up until like he gets the kids, like he's got to get Tim out of the tree. Like that whole uh saving both of the kids and everything. It's so good. It's so tense. It's just really
Yeah, no,
classic
it's
Spielberg. And I also forgot.
tell us about some of the characters. I'm imagining that there's not a person who would be listening to this show that hasn't seen Jurassic Park, but in case there
Yeah,
are,
or
let's
at
talk about
least
the
know the
characters. Let's talk about what
premise.
the hell this is. It's
Well,
a great fucking idea, Michael Crichton.
it is.
You're gonna
It is.
you're
Thank you,
gonna
Michael
bring
Crichton.
back dinos, and they're gonna have a park on an island. Oh,
Yeah,
I am
essentially, like,
in.
um, you basically have John Hammond, who is this billionaire, and he's got a team of genetic scientists with his company InGen, and they have, and we talked about it when we watched it the other night. They do it in such a convincing manner that you're like, sure, I don't know enough about science to dispute it, and that sounds right. Like, they have
Right.
essentially they've used what kind of DNA, Justin?
Dino DNA.
There you go. There you go.
I
Now,
debated doing the whole voice or the whole
the whole
episode using the voice of
mhm,
the animated
mhm,
DNA strand from the welcome video,
mhm. Yeah.
but
That
I
would
don't
have
know if I can
that would
keep
have
it up. But
grown
I
would
like
have
to
grown
have a
tired
good like
of that.
bingo.
Bingo. Dino DNA. Yeah, so they use dino DNA and some scientific magic and they recreate dinosaurs to be on this whole island with the intention. Now, essentially this is for the uber rich. However,
Yeah,
you know, Hammond, he says, "Oh, this wouldn't be cost prohibitive, but I mean, or
it definitely is going to be expensive as shit.
again, like a
How is it
Westworld
not going to be
situation.
expensive as shit?
Like this is an experience for uber rich people who
We're
don't have
gonna
anything
fly
better."
you out to an island and you're gonna get to see dinosaurs, which is the only place in the world that
Yeah.
anyone's ever gonna get to see them theoretically.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm getting a ticket.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sure they're
Oh my
going through the
god, can
list of
you
people on
imagine
food stamps
how
and just,
impossible it would be to get a real ticket to Jurassic Park? Like, if that
oh,
was a real thing,
I mean,
like,
it
it would
would be
be
like
impossible.
what's the spaceship that Katy Perry just won? It would be like that situation.
Right?
Yeah. It would just be Jeff
It'd be
Bezos'
the rich
life.
rubbing it in our faces as the world burns while they go hang out with dinos and
Uh-huh.
while we all
Yeah.
starve to death or whatever.
And as the movie shows us, your money will not protect you from
Yeah, yeah.
fucking
Well,
vicious
he spared no
dinosaurs.
expense, you see, Amy.
Yes, that is brought up many a time. He spared no expense. So he brings in two paleontologists. You've got Dr. Grant, which is Dino Daddy himself, Sam Neill.
The Dino Daddy.
He's so fine, and everyone's so hot in this movie. Well, not
Yeah,
everyone. The main three characters are very hot.
well, yes,
I
yes,
mean,
they are.
Newman's not doing it for me, but
You know, everyone says that I look like him, and then everyone talks about how disgusting he is, and it makes me feel bad.
Justin, it's a good thing that I'm not attracted to the actor
I'm
who
not
you
talking about
resemble.
you specifically.
Let's get back to Dino Daddy.
Anyway,
Listen,
Dino Daddy. Yeah.
Sam Neill crushing it. You have Laura Dern, Dino Mommy. I mean,
I love the
she's
fact that
also
when you get introduced to Alan Grant, that
yeah.
he's just that he lays the smackdown on that shithead kid.
Who? Why is he at a
Why is there a
paleontology thing?
child? It's
He's
the
like
first scene
10
in the
years.
movie. He's like a
Some
10-year-old
fucking
brat
some fucking rich kid. You
out
know
in
his
Montana
his
in
NASA space camp got canceled. Now he's got to go on the paleontology dig or whatever.
out there giving Dr. Alan Grant shit about velociraptors.
Like
Who
he
the
knows.
fuck does this kid think he is?
I don't know. I don't
But
know,
it is
Justin.
very satisfying getting to see Alan
Mm-hmm.
Grant just lay the
Mm-hmm.
smackdown on him and,
Mm-hmm.
just put the fear of God in him with that raptor claw fossil
Raptor
he's got.
claw. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a bit
Little
of a.
foreshadowing there.
I was gonna say a little bit of foreshadowing there.
Just a little.
Yeah. So Heyman brings them there, basically to sign off on the park and say, "Hey, this is an incredible thing," so that investors aren't
Well,
feeling.
so at the beginning, you
Yeah.
have a worker who is killed by a velociraptor,
Yes.
right? Who's like
That
they're
can't
like
be happening.
transporting it.
Yeah.
So because of this, you have all these investors
Hmm.
in the park are
They're a
like
little nervous.
they're a little nervous, and they're like,
Yeah.
we need proof that this is safe, or
Yeah.
we're pulling out.
Yeah.
So you have the lawyer character,
Oh yeah.
Gennaro,
Hmm.
who wears a suit with shorts, khaki
It's
shorts, like Bart
that's a
Simpson.
shorts suit. Hmm.
Yes,
Hmm.
and he gets eaten on a toilet, and that's pretty much what he does
Yeah.
in the movie.
And
But
that's
he is basically, he has brought Ian Malcolm, played by
hmm
Jeff Goldblum, who is
hmm
a rock star,
hmm
mathematician and chaos theorist,
he's
as you do.
I feel like like this is the most Jeff Goldblum is just so Jeff Goldblumy in this.
He's
He's
very
Jeff
Jeff Goldblum.
Goldblum and all over the place in this.
Yeah, he's
He's
Goldbluming hard and in your face.
like, if you told me that Jeff Goldblum himself was a chaos theorist, I would go, yeah,
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
I
that
just
tracks.
assumed.
Have
I
you ever
just
seen him?
assumed.
I just assumed. It's kind of like with Jack Nicholson. It's just like, I think he might just be crazy in real life. Like Jeff Goldblum, just like, he is this guy. That's him in real life.
And the laugh. Now, can we talk for a minute about the laugh? So, okay, you've got the
Hmm.
three of them, right? You've got
Hmm.
Ian Malcolm, the three scientists,
Sure.
Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, and Ian Malcolm. They're the ones who have been brought to the island
Hmm.
to sign off on it and basically
Hmm.
like, hey, investors,
Make the investors happy,
it's
right?
safe, you're
Yeah.
good to go. And so as they're flying into Jurassic Park, like the first time you're getting ready, when you're getting ready to see it for the first time. We'll talk about the store in a minute, but ooh.
Oh
I want to
God,
watch it again tonight, and we just watched it.
I literally was
So,
just
like, I
as
would
we
do
got
it. I
talking
would
about it, I
watch
was
it
like,
again right now,
I wonder if we could just put it on after we're done. I
just
wonder
real
if
quick.
Scott would
Just
like want to watch it again. Probably not.
no. Okay, so they're in the helicopter, right? And they're kind of this is the first time
Hmm.
Grant and Sattler have met Malcolm,
Hmm.
and he's kind of flirts with Ellie. and he does this laugh that is so fucking funny to me, and it's like I'm
You
gonna
gonna do it?
I'm gonna see if yeah. First of all, Splicey Splice right
Mm-hmm.
here,
Mm-hmm.
a clip of the actual laugh.
Okay.
Okay, and now from memory, I'm thinking it's like. It's like, what is that sound? Like, what is happening? What is that sound he's making?
He short circuits or something.
It's
I'm not.
like, oh, it's like it sound. It's like it got like the audio file got corrupted, but
Yeah.
he actually like the audio file in Jeff Goldblum got corrupted, like not in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Anyway, that's all I had to say about Jurassic Park. I really just want to talk about
Episode
that.
over. Okay. Let's
Okay.
plug it up. Okay.
And
Yeah.
in very Spielbergy fashion,
Hmm.
you're getting some kids.
You gotta have kids because you
There's
gotta have
gonna be kids
touching
in the movie.
moments. Hmm.
You gotta have some touching
You've
moments.
got Hammond's grandchildren who I would not think should. I mean, someone just got eaten, and you're
Yes.
gonna have your grandchildren dropped off on the
The
island.
whole point
Hmm.
of what we're doing this weekend is
Uh-huh.
that this place has the potential to be incredibly dangerous.
Let's try to prove that
And
it's not.
and
Yeah.
we have investors in this park who are so nervous
Hmm.
about how dangerous this park is that they're getting ready to pull their money.
Hmm.
So we're here to prove them wrong. Let's
Let's
bring the
bring this
grandkids.
like 11 and 9-year-old or
Yeah,
whatever.
let's
Yeah.
bring the grandkids. It's gonna be a fun weekend.
Yeah.
Mom, Dad, just drop them off. They're gonna
Hmm.
see some dinos. They're gonna take a ride around.
They're
They're
gonna
gonna
love
eat
it.
Jello. It's gonna be great.
It's
Why
not.
are they there?
I don't because I don't know. It doesn't make
It's
any sense.
because
Now, that being said, I love their characters.
yes,
I
yeah,
mean,
I love both the kids. Yeah, they're
yeah,
great.
the child actors are incredible. Joseph
Yes,
Mazzello and Ariana Richards are both great. Um, yeah, it's just kind of a when you think about it, you're like, why the fuck are they there? But I'm glad they are. They add a
I
lot to the
read
story.
that Spielberg really wanted to work with Joseph Mazzello, the
Hmm.
actor who plays Tim, because he had auditioned for a part in Hook, and they were
Oh,
like, "He's great, but he's too young. We can't. He
oh,
can't.
for the
We're
current
not
for
going to
what they
hire
were
him."
casting. Yeah.
And but he was like, "I really, really want to work with that kid. He's great." And so when he
Oh.
got Jurassic Park, like in the book, Tim is the older one,
Okay.
Lex is the younger one, and they kind of
Okay.
switch characters around a little bit so
So
to
that they
make it
could
age
cast
appropriate,
him.
so that he could specifically so he could hire Joseph Mazzello to
Damn.
play the kid. He was like,
That's
"Sorry about
impressive.
Hook, but you're gonna get to be in Jurassic Park."
Which, I mean, Hook's a great movie and was a big hit, but I mean, there was
Sure,
no
yeah, oh
Jurassic
yeah.
Park.
Plus,
So
he's a dino nerd, Tim, the
he is
little
a
kid.
big dino nerd, and then Lex is a big computer nerd. And both of those
Yes,
things, of course, will come
which
into
both things
play.
come in handy.
Yes. And then, of course, you do have Newman. Uh, you have
Well,
Wayne
you've got the
Knight.
bad guy. You've got the bad guy, and
And the lawyer's also
played
kind of the bad guy, but yeah.
the lawyer's also kind of the bad guy, but he's not too major of a character.
In the very classic way that lawyers are always portrayed as horrible, terrible people.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But yeah,
Shout out
Wayne
Ryan.
Knight, I'm saying they're portrayed that way, not that they are. I'm saying in like movies and stuff.
Wayne Knight is so good in this movie as
Hmm.
the gross slime ball, cowardly shit
Hmm.
heel,
He
bad guy.
really is. Yeah.
Oh my god, he does such a good job at that character. And okay, so what so we've got these scientists coming to the park.
Sure.
Wayne Knight plays Dennis Nedry, who is a computer programmer,
Hmm.
and he is in a lot of debt, and he has been, you can tell, having ongoing arguments with Hammond about money
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
things like that. So he decides, I'm gonna commit a little corporate espionage,
Yep.
and he agrees to basically smuggle um the dino DNA.
Okay, I was hoping you were gonna do it again.
He's
Yep.
going to smuggle the dino DNA
Mm-hmm.
to one of InGen's competitors,
Yep.
basically giving them like a huge heads up, and they're going to do this uh, in a Barbasol can, which is just
Which,
one of my. I still think about it every time I see a can of Barbasol. I think of
uh-huh.
Jurassic Park.
I do too.
Yep,
That is that's some strong product placement.
that is some strong product placement.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we got Dodson. What does he say?
We got Dodson. We got Dodson.
We got Dodson here. See,
Yeah.
nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Yeah.
And don't forget that we also have Samuel L. Jackson in this movie, by the
Oh
way.
yeah. Did you not think there was enough star power going around? Because we got
Now
Samuel L.
we're just gonna
Jackson.
bring in Sam Jackson as the engineer guy, who is a great
Mm-hmm.
foil for Newman.
Oh, absolutely.
Not putting up with Nedry's bullshit.
Mm-mm.
I'm
Mm-mm.
aware I called him Newman. He's Newman. He's Nedry. He's Knight.
He's Newman to everyone. I mean, he's Newman in our hearts. Yeah.
Yeah. So BD Wong is only in one scene. He plays Henry Wu. That's like the chief
Mm-hmm.
geneticist.
Mm-hmm.
But he's only in one scene, even though in the book apparently he's a much bigger character.
Okay.
And it's the great scene where the raptor is born, where you get to see the raptor
Yeah, that's
being
such a
born.
cool practical effect.
Oh yeah, it's a
Yeah,
really
it's
neat
awesome.
scene. And he seems pretty smug, if I'm being honest, from the one scene we see him in.
Yeah.
Especially for
And
a guy who like fucks up so bad.
I mean, so bad. Because
Yeah.
the whole thing is they made all the dinosaurs female, so they couldn't breed. You've got the classic Ian Malcolm, life finds a way. Well, it does.
Yeah, it does and it do.
It does, and it
And
did, and
I'm
it
sorry,
do.
but if I was like the head chief geneticist at Jurassic Park,
Mm-hmm.
it might occur to me that this frog DNA could change sex spontaneously.
Yeah, like you
Maybe I
don't
would have
know
asked that
that.
at some point.
Like, how do you not know that?
Come on, BD Wong,
Come on,
get it together.
get it together. Now, there's one more honorable mention, we'll say, or important character to mention, and that is Robert Muldoon. Uh,
Muldoon.
and he is like the game warden, kind of the main. He's the one that gives the great "clever girl" line
Yeah.
right
Also,
before he bites it.
another big proponent of the
Mhm.
khaki short.
Yeah, but it makes
This,
sense for him. See, when the lawyer's wearing it, it's like suit pants that were cut into
yeah.
shorts and
No,
a suit.
this guy's in he's in big game hunter mode. Like
Yes,
he's a professional game warden.
yes,
And that outfit does require short khaki shorts.
and he does essentially sacrifice himself for
Well,
the
not
others.
really. He kind of gets tricked.
Well, in a but he does tell Dr. Sattler.
That's true. That's
Does
true.
he
He
saves
does
her?
save her. He does
He
save her.
saves her in the end. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because he knows he's not gonna make it. Yeah.
So we've mentioned the the premise of these scientists coming to the island. We've mentioned the plot of Nedry to smuggle this
Mm-hmm.
genetic info out of the island. How he's going to do this is by basically shutting the security systems down,
Yep.
because he's one of the computer programmers,
Mm-hmm.
and smuggling it out on this ship, in this Barbasol canister,
Mm-hmm.
which does not go well. But of
Of course.
course,
Of
but of
course
course,
not.
in doing so, it basically also their tour gets cut short because there's a tropical storm hitting the island in a few minutes. So got to
Mm,
get back inside. I feel like they
mhm.
should have been able to see that, uh, a
You know,
little
they
earlier.
also should have been able to detect the frog DNA would change sex, and
I
yet
don't think he is sparing every expense. He keeps saying it,
he
but
keeps saying, "I don't think he has the best of the best out here.
I, I don't know.
You don't
These are
have
not
our
our
own
best and brightest.
meteorologists. These are
I
not
mean, Newman,
Newman."
Newman,
Yeah,
surely he can't be that good.
surely not. Although Samuel L. I give him
Yeah,
that. I
yeah,
give him that.
I'll give him that one.
Yeah.
Which of course this leads to the park uh collapsing into disaster when all the dinosaurs escape,
Uh
and
huh.
now all these people are out there and they're trying to survive. So let's talk about the different types of dinos, Amy. Because we got a couple. I mean, obviously there's shitload of dinos.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
we only see really a couple different kinds, but let's talk about the ones we do see.
Yeah, we really don't see. Now, I thought the ones at the very beginning were brontosauruses. You said they were brachiosauruses?
I believe they are Brachiosaurus and a
Mm.
Parasaurolophus. Parasaurolophus.
Mm. Okay.
Those are the Vegisauruses, as Tim calls them.
Yeah, I always loved the Brachiosaurus and the Brontosaurus
They're the
because
gentle giants,
they're the
yeah.
gentle giants. I always loved those. Those are the first ones you see.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, and they're good boys and girls the whole time.
mhm,
I mean, they're just
yeah.
they're just
All
chill.
girls, apparently.
Oh, that's a good
Mm,
point. Yeah.
mhm. You of course have they see a triceratops
Yeah, and I
and
wanna
they
talk
see his
about that.
dung.
This was, like, kind of the only big letdown for me in this movie
Okay.
because as a kid, Triceratops was my favorite. Like,
Yes.
yeah, T-Rex is awesome,
Sure.
but Triceratops is my boy.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
we only get to see him once, and it's cool, and, like, the animatronic looks
It looks
incredible,
awesome. Yeah.
but it's only, like, the one scene, and it's where he's kinda sick
He's
and laying on the
sick.
ground.
Yeah, you don't get to see him really
You don't
even
get to see
walking.
any Triceratops in action, you know?
Yeah, you don't.
So
Yeah.
that was a little disappointing for me, but at least he's in there. At least we got to see him and his
Yeah.
big pile of shit.
His big paw, and they do the breathing. He does in that Dr. Grant.
Dr. Grant, yeah, Alan,
Yeah.
he lays on the belly
Yeah.
because he
Yeah.
says that was his favorite as a kid too,
Oh,
much like
yeah.
me.
That's right.
Yep, I bet he was
Now
bummed out too. He was like, "I only got to see the Triceratops for like a minute, and it was sick."
and he was sick, and then I had to
And
go
then
through all of
and
his
then I got
medic
attacked by a T-Rex.
Yeah, god damn it. Speaking of, obviously, there's a T-Rex.
Oh, of
Um,
course there's a T-Rex.
mhm,
The
mhm.
T-Rex is the most iconic. The
Yeah.
T-Rex is the main character of Jurassic Park. Um, I
They
re
do such a good job too because, you think you're gonna s when they're out on the tour to begin with, like, they're going around, like, before the storm hits, they're going around, and they got the goat, ready to
yeah.
go, and Dr. Grant is like, he doesn't want to be fed, he wants to hunt, like, and so the T-Rex does not show up, and you're kinda, like, waiting. You're like, "Okay, they've stopped
Oh,
at the
in
T-Rex."
in 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 typical, classic Spielberg, you
Mhm.
you don't show them much at first.
Well, no,
You don't
and then
show the
you're gonna
shark,
show them. Nope.
but then when you see it, it has to be worth it,
Uh-huh,
and it's worth it.
and it's worth it, yes.
Yeah, so the tour's like a disaster because it's like, okay, we saw no dinosaurs except for the sick Triceratops.
Mhm. And
Um,
also, what's terrifying about the tour and it breaking down is that the tour is on a, like a track, okay? So
which
you've got the Jeeps that are on, like, a track that's, of course, powered
uh,
by the whole system.
it's like an
You're
electric thing, yeah.
right, you do have gassed ones, but,
Uh-huh.
like, it's not like, "Oh, shit, a dinosaur, let me drive a" no, you're on this track, and
Like,
so, of
no, we're
course,
stuck here.
when the power goes down, the track goes down, and you're just sitting
And
in your
and
Jeep.
and where are the 2 cars? So we have 2 cars, one with the lawyer and the
Mhm.
kids, and then
Mhm.
one with Grant and Malcolm.
Mhm.
And where do they happen to be when Nedry pulls his shit and
Oh,
shuts the
they just
power down?
happen to be by the T-Rex.
The
Ta
T-Rex paddock, and who
yeah.
boy, yeah, I mean, you already talked about it, but that scene
I
is
mean
I mean, it's one of my favorite. I think it's one of the most, uh, incredible incredibly tense,
mhm.
it's masterfully done. I guess I can't add any more to it than what you said, but,
Yeah, it is.
um,
It's thrilling. I mean, it
it
is.
is thrilling as
It
shit. You're right. Honestly, the whole sequence, that whole sequence, even after the T-Rex leaves with the
right.
car, everything with the
I know,
cars
that's the
where he
thing with the
pushes the car
car.
over the edge, and then they're in the tree, and then
Yes, that's what I'm
he has
saying, I'm
to
like,
get the
that
kids
whole
out of the
thing
tree.
is
It's
so like, until he gets those kids and they're safe, you are just your butthole is puckered. I
yeah.
tell you what. And we were watching it the other night, and they'll just have that straight on, and that T Rex just roars, and I would just be like, oh,
I
like,
would
I
I
would
honestly
shit
was like,
my
"God damn,
pants.
damn,
I
that
would shit my pants.
it's
Like
scary
when
as
he goes to
shit."
get Tim out of the car, and Tim's like, I threw up, and I'm thinking, threw up.
Threw up.
I
My
would have shit through
everything that was in my body would be out of my body.
out, out from all
A
orifices. Are
purge
you
out of
fucking
everywhere it
kidding
can get
me?
out of. Yep.
Throw up? All right.
It might be a good defense mechanism. The T-Rex would probably be like, "Oh, fucking gross.
Oh, gross.
Oh, gross."
You shit, and you
Shit all
poopy,
over himself.
shit all over yourself. Yeah, it wouldn't take much. I would have scared the crap out of me. Yeah.
Now, one of my personal favorites, the Dilophosaurus, that's the one who so Nedry completely fails in his task
Of
to
course.
get the canister and get the stuff smuggled out of the park,
Mhm.
wrecks his Jeep
Yeah.
and encounters one of these bad boys. And at first you think it's like this is just a classic scene, right? Like
This is so
I feel
good.
like one of the most famous
Well,
scenes is
after he
his
slides down a muddy hill like a big old dum-dum.
like like an asshole. Like what an asshole this guy is.
He's such an asshole.
He's such an asshole.
And he really deserves this.
Yeah, yes, he does deserve this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he meets this dino, this small little dino. It's kind of like a big dog
Yeah.
in the
Seems
woods, and it
kind of
seems
sweet,
friendly, and he tries to play
inquisitive.
fetch, and he's yeah, I'm gonna run you over when I come back down here.
Yeah, he's being an asshole. Like this dinosaur's done nothing to him. He's just kind of like, oh, and he's just like, I'm gonna run you over. What the?
But
You
little does he know that
Mhm.
this spunky little fucker,
Ooh.
he is a crest popping, venom spitting sumbitch,
Mm, mm.
and he do you have an impression? I know that so much of it would be visual with the
It's
crest
so much
popping
is
up,
visual.
but
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
if like
your wife was doing a really good one
April was doing a really good
the
impression of
other
this the other
night.
night. I might get her to do
Um.
that for the social meds.
Yeah. It's just the crest pops up and it's just like yeah.
And
Oh
then he spits the black venom at him, and
yeah.
it's all sticky and it's burning him, and oh
The best though, the best is he opens the door. So he gets him with the venom. He's like, "Oh
uh-huh.
shit." So he opens the door and he can't see, so he runs into the top, knocks him
Yeah, he
back.
hits his head on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So then he goes to get in the car. Well, while he was down though, who got in the fucking car? That dinosaur. And
that
so
Dino
he's
boy
that
was
dino boy.
waiting for him in
He
there.
was just waiting in the passenger seat. And so he gets in there and then it just turns and just yeah.
Oh, it's so
Mhm.
scary. It's so scary,
It's
and it's
so
like
scary.
after you just saw like the T Rex, and you saw these huge dinosaurs, you think, oh,
Mhm.
look at this little tiny guy, and it's
Oh.
like a kind of bait and switch. It's like, oh
Yes,
yeah,
very
he's
much.
not so friendly, is he? He's
Now,
awesome. I love
talking
him.
about a bit of a smaller now he's bigger than this guy. Bit of smaller, dinosaur, but a fucking terrifying one. Those velociraptors.
Yeah, the Velociraptor. So I feel like you have, the human bad guy character who is
Uh-huh.
Nedry,
Mhm.
and then you have the dinosaur bad guys,
Mhm.
and those are the Velociraptors. Of course, you kind of think it's the T Rex at first because they're
Yeah,
all
and that's the
animals.
thing is, like, the T-Rex just gonna be T-Rexing. Like,
The T Rex going to be T Rex, and Velociraptors. It feels personal.
well, and even Dr.
It
Grant
feels like
says
they know
he
exactly how much they're torturing you, and they're
and
enjoying it.
they get off on it.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
they're gonna fuck you up, they're gonna laugh while they do it, and they're gonna drag
Mhm.
it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a T-Rex is just gonna chomp you.
'Cause that's what he does is he
That's
hunts.
what T-Rex do.
And
Him
I
chomp.
remember Grant saying to the kids at one point, because they were talking about the T-Rex and, like, after they've escaped and everything, and, Dr. Grant said something about, like, that's just what he does. Like, it's
Yeah.
not it's not us,
But I
it's
think it
just
is personal with the Raptors. I do think it is.
oh, I do too.
They have
Oh,
personalities and they're
and
not good
that
ones.
fucking when they are chasing the kids through the
Oh,
compound and that nostril on the window,
they're
like,
so scary in
they're so scary and
that
that
whole
claw
chase
opening
sequence.
the door. Oh god. Another masterfully done, tense ass scene.
Oh my god, yeah. So I'm of two minds about this.
Mhm.
One is I it bums me out because we don't get to see any flying dinos and we don't
Oh,
get to see any
yeah.
aquatic dinos. Now, of course, the sequels do both of those things.
Sure, yeah, yeah.
But on the other hand, I'm like, it kind of just would have felt it probably just would have been shoehorned in because I can't imagine where they would have put it in
Mhm.
the movie where it would have added to the story
I
other
feel
than
like they
just like,
really did I mean,
but I really would have just give me some pterodactyl action, like just a little bit.
some Terrell action.
Pterodactyl.
Carol Baskins? Um, yeah. Some pterodactyl.
Now, Jurassic World had some pterodactyl action, if you'll recall, some massive
Oh yeah.
pterodactyl.
Now,
There's a whole
also
lot,
Jurassic
and there's
World
a
was
quad
the
of dinos in that one
I was
too.
gonna say
That was the
there's the
first Chris
big
Pratt one.
that was good.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was good. I mean,
It's
it's
the
no
uh,
Jurassic Park.
yeah,
It's the best of those movies for sure.
yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I do feel like they hit kind of, there's so many fucking dinosaurs, but they really, what do they
I feel
got?
like
One,
we
two,
got some
three,
good
four, five,
ones,
six, like six different species in this. I think that's
and
good for what
there's one or two other small ones that you see. Like I didn't write them down, but like the ones that you see that like it's like the
when they're on the
stampede
tour.
of them when they like travel
Oh,
in
oh
herds. I can't
yeah.
remember
Mm-hmm.
those. So you see those.
Mm-hmm.
And there's maybe one or two others, but
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like you get
Yeah.
some heavy. You get the heavy hitters, right?
Sure. I would say
You
like
get
the
the T-Rex, the
pterodactyl
raptors.
and
I
the
feel like the
stegosaurus.
Brachiosaurus and the
Mm-hmm.
Parasaurolophus are the and the Brontosaurus are the heavy
Mm-hmm.
hitters of
Yeah.
the
I
Vegisaurs.
love them. You don't see the
And a little more
stegosaurus.
Triceratops action, Mr. Spielberg.
Mm-hmm.
I would have done with at least one more a healthy Triceratops.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, the end, the where the T-Rex saves them is it gets me in the heart.
You mean T-Rex's baby face turn?
It really gets me in the heartstrings when
Yeah.
he's getting attacked by those velociraptors. I don't like it.
I love the so let's see who died. Should we talk about who dies? No, let's talk about who dies.
I mean,
Um yeah, you get
the
the final
lawyer,
the lawyer gets eaten on the toilet.
sure.
He
Newman
gets chomped
gets
on the toilet.
poisoned,
Newman gets
and I hope
he gets
eaten
venomed.
alive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Samuel L. Jackson dies off screen.
Dies off screen. So they come up with after Nedry did his thing,
Mm-hmm.
it basically like locked them all out of like all the systems.
Right.
So they're sitting there with, sitting on their hands, can't do anything. And he's like, well, eventually they decide we're gonna reboot everything. Because at this
Yeah.
point, like some stuff's on, some stuff's off.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like we're gonna reboot
It's got
everything.
a
They
hard
have this like
reset.
emergency shelter. We're gonna go there. Yeah, basically like a
They
hard
gotta
reset.
hold the button in for 10 seconds
Yeah.
and then let it go. Mm-hmm.
However, in doing so, the raptors get free because it shuts the raptor pen down. So the
Mm-hmm.
raptors get free, and yeah, they kill
Mm-hmm.
Samuel L. Jackson off screen. You see his
Yeah.
arm.
Yeah, I thought that was odd that he gets killed off screen.
Yeah,
I
I
guess
mean,
it was just for the
the arm.
surprise.
He's not a major character. I
I
mean,
guess that's true.
he wasn't really Samuel L. Jackson yet. Like this is
That's
like a year
true.
before Pulp Fiction. So
That's true. Yeah.
and plus they get the good gag of when Ellie goes
Arm.
to do it
Mm-hmm.
and his
The
severed
arm.
arm falls
Yeah.
down on her,
That is good.
was always jump scared me as a kid. That and when the raptors attack her
Yes.
in the little power
Uh-huh.
station thing,
Yes.
oh my god,
Yeah,
the
because they gotta
raptors, yeah,
go across the not across the island, I guess, but they have to leave the facility and go outside.
yeah, and
That's
now they're trapped. Now they're in there with raptors who are
yeah.
hunting them for sport.
Oh.
They get Muldoon, as we mentioned, the clever
Yeah,
girl
clever
scene.
girl. Mhm.
Yeah, talk about foreshadowing. He says that early on in the movie about how they'll
Mhm.
do that.
Yeah.
Kind of distract you and have one off on the side.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Ends up being his
he's got
downfall.
respected. He goes out like a hunter,
He does, and he
right?
does save Ellie. He
He
tells her
dies
to
a hunter's
run. He
death, and you're
basically
right, he does.
distracts them and tells Ellie to run,
He
and she runs
allows
in.
her to get
Yeah.
free.
Mhm.
Yeah, the kids meanwhile have been rescued and are
Mhm.
back. Ian gets
Gorging themselves on a huge.
injured. Ian Malcolm, but
Mhm.
when the T-Rex attacks, but he
Well,
doesn't
any
die.
reason for Jeff Goldblum to lay around with his shirt open.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't mention the T-Rex car chase either, which is a good one.
Oh god, that's a good one too.
That's another
Every
sketch.
scene of this movie is good.
Let's just go scene by scene. Okay. Here, scene one.
Scrap the last hour.
Yeah.
Let's just scene by
Fuck it.
scene.
Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you get the incredible uh final, 15 minutes
Mm-hmm.
of the raptors hunting them in like the
Yes.
visitor center through
Yes.
the kitchen. Starts with the kids, and
Oh,
then
it's so
and
good.
sort of ending in the big lobby area with like
Mhm.
where they're hanging off the skeleton, all the actual
Yes,
dinosaur
because they
fossils
escape through the ceiling
through the ceiling, and they
and
come
they
down on
drop
the
down
fossils.
onto the fossils that are, like, hanging there. That's such a cool fucking scene.
It's just really, really cool how they're
And
just
just like
swinging around,
the
and the raptors are jumping from like,
yeah.
bones to bone.
And just the dichotomy they have there of, like, because they talk earlier in the movie about all the merchandise. So, they've
Yeah,
got their like, the gift shop with all the merchandise there and, like, all this visitor center stuff, and
yeah,
these these fossils, these bones of the and then in front of it, you have the real fucking thing, like, you have this giant T-Rex.
yeah, yeah. This
It's
is
very cool, and, like, the banner coming down at the end while he's roaring. Oh, it's such an iconic
I
shot.
just I do love how the T-Rex was able to sneak up on him.
Yeah.
Because he kind of it's a like, oh my god, the raptors have got us surrounded.
Mhm.
We're done. We're
We're
trapped. We're
done.
all dead. And
Yeah.
then from the side, T-Rex sneaks in like they wouldn't have seen the
No.
fucking T-Rex coming.
They were really distracted. They had a
I
lot
got they
going
were
on.
very, very distracted.
They had a lot going on.
So as you can imagine, if you were not around back then, this had
Mhm.
a massive, massive marketing campaign,
Mhm. Oh my god, huge.
licensing deals with over 100 companies, I read,
You thought Goosebumps merch was big?
and it was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my god. It was everywhere. They had video games. There were a lot
Sure.
of video games.
Yes.
Um there were 7 video games for different
Wow.
consoles put out
Just in,
between
like, the
90.
first year.
Yes. So Ocean Software released 3 Jurassic Park games for different platforms for
Mhm.
the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo,
Mhm.
DOS, and Amiga.
What is Amiga?
Amiga. Yeah,
What
I
is that?
never had an Amiga.
No, I don't see either.
And then Sega made 4 different games for 5 different platforms. The Genesis,
Whoa.
Game Gear, Master System, Sega CD, and an arcade game.
That's incredible.
Just like between 93 and 94.
That's how
Um,
big this was. Like,
oh yeah, and there have
that's
been a
how
lot
big
more
this was.
since. A
Yeah.
lot more since.
Yep.
The toys, I never had any of the toys, which is
No,
crazy
I don't
thinking about it because
I
I
know, you were very into it.
I was very into it. I was very into toys, obviously,
Mhm.
action figures specifically. It's kind of
Hmm.
crazy I didn't have any of the Jurassic Park stuff. The Jurassic Park stuff I remember was fun. It was Kenner, the company that
Yeah.
did like the Star Wars toys,
Mhm. Yep.
and I remember they had a lot of like cool vehicles. Like the figures
Yes.
themselves
Jeeps and
probably
stuff.
I don't recall being like all that great, but the
Yeah.
vehicles and they had like the play sets, like the compound, the
Mhm.
command compound.
Yes. Yes. You
Yeah,
did have some of the, you had some of the school supplies. So I remember you had some
I def
folders.
I definitely had school supply like a nerd. Did you have the command compound? No, I had folders for my Trapper Keeper that had velociraptors on them and a little game inside.
Now, the little tents that we had? Wasn't yours Jurassic Park?
Oh, yeah, the little, like, polystyrene,
Yeah.
uh, pop tents.
With
Yeah,
the
I
matching
definitely would, and it came with a sleeping bag.
with the sleeping bag. Yours was
Mine was
Jurassic Park.
definitely
Mine
Jurassic
was
Park.
Minnie Mouse, I think.
Do you remember the McDonald's dino-sized meals, the ones that came with the collector cups? Now, I know
Oh,
you like a collector cup.
I love a whimsical vessel.
A
I do love a
whimsical vessel.
mhm, mhm. I love a
I
collector
have a
cup.
couple of the Jurassic Park ones
Do
that I've picked up.
you?
Yeah, I have a few of them. I think there were like 6. I've got one, up on my TV cart
Mm,
in my nerd
that's
room
right.
right now.
That's right. You gotta get the rest of those.
Oh, yeah, I'm always on the lookout. I'm
Mhm,
always on the lookout.
mhm.
They had theme park rides. Universal
Oh,
Studios
yeah.
Hollywood, opened Jurassic Park: The Ride in
Yeah.
1996.
Yep.
Islands of Adventure had an entire section of the park dedicated to Jurassic Park. A lot of pretty much every Universal park has or is doing Jurassic
Yeah.
Park up to the present
Yeah.
day.
Yeah,
um,
I'm not there's definitely the Velocicoaster, which I
yes,
know is
hmm
in at least
that's
Orlando.
Islands of Adventure, I think. Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't think the OG Jurassic Park ride still exists in Hollywood, but I could be wrong because I have never been to a Universal theme park. So,
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
hmm
That's
yep,
shocking.
that's shocking. I'm hoping to go to Orlando next year.
All right.
Let the Epic Universe
Hey, I
stuff
hope
die
so
down.
too.
Hey, we should go together.
What? That's crazy.
What? Now, this obviously spawned many sequels, a whole franchise, um, and it kind of re-kicked off with Jurassic World, which was 10 years ago or so. But the original movie did have a couple of sequels in like just a couple of years afterwards.
Yeah, well, you get, of course, the novel is a huge success and the movie is a huge success.
Hmm.
Um, so of course they're going to want a sequel.
Yep, of course.
And both Michael Crichton wrote a sequel and
Okay,
Steven
I don't think I
Spielberg
knew
adapted
that.
it. So both Michael
Wow.
Crichton and Steven Spielberg are responsible for the Lost World Jurassic Park, which
Okay.
came out in 1997. I remember seeing this at the drive-in. Do you remember that? Were you
I
there for
don't
that?
I don't think I was because I have never seen this movie.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Not
I
that
saw
I
this
mean,
at the drive-in.
I don't think I was with you. I mean, if I saw it, I have no memory of it
I
whatsoever.
definitely remember being in like a truck
Yeah.
bed watching
Yeah.
this movie.
Mm.
I like Lost World. It's not as good as the first one.
Mhm.
They rarely are, but I think it's a pretty worthy sequel.
Well, like I
Um,
said, I was watching it yesterday and ended up falling asleep. That wasn't the movie's fault, but I had gotten to the point where, uh, well, first there's like a second island.
there is a
They
second
reveal
island.
there's a second island, and they've got like poachers. They bring in like the kind of like hunters coming to hunt the animals. So it's a different bit of a different.
Yeah, so you get Jeff Goldblum is the main person from the original to
Mhm,
return.
mhm,
Hammond is in it a little at the beginning. The kids are in a little at the beginning.
mhm.
Basically, Hammond has lost control of InGen
Yeah.
and it's on the verge of bankruptcy. So his nephew, who's in charge, is basically like, hey, so you had two islands. You had Isla Nublar, which is the island from the first Jurassic Park,
Mhm.
and then Isla Sorna, which is the
Yeah.
second island. So it's like that's where we've been developing.
Uh-huh.
That's like the development island.
Uh-huh.
Isla Nublar, that's the park island.
Yeah.
We don't do it all on the one island.
Yeah.
So he basically like, yeah, sends kind of mercenaries
Mhm.
to bring them back because he's gonna open up a dinosaur theme park in San Diego. It's
Yeah.
not gonna be out on an island. We're gonna bring it to the city and it's gonna
Mhm.
go great.
It's gonna be great.
It
It's
doesn't. It does not
it's
go great.
it does not.
I
Spoiler
like
alert.
Lost World.
Mhm.
I think that boy, we mentioned Terminator earlier.
Yeah.
Terminator is a movie franchise I feel that's kind of in the same situation where it's like, boy, they just every few years they keep trying to recapture the
Mhm.
magic of the first one, and in Terminator's case, the first two,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
it just never happens.
No.
Like some are better than others, but it's
Yeah.
nothing's coming close to the
Yeah. I
OG.
mean, like I said, Jurassic World was fun. And it's certainly the best of the new run of movies. Um,
You're retconning Jurassic Park 3 out of existence right now, skipping right to
I'm
Chris
not.
Pratt.
No, no. Well, I've never seen Jurassic Park 3. Is it in 3D?
It's got the Dino Daddy. Sam Neill's back in part 3.
Oh, I'm gonna need to watch that
Yeah, and
alone.
William H. Macy. Uh-huh.
Oh, no,
uh-huh.
no.
Uh-huh.
That's
Also
the
no Michael Crichton
opposite.
or Steven Spielberg. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Opposite. Do we get some Jeff Goldblum?
Nope.
No, that's
You get a
unfortunate.
little Laura Dern. A little Laura Dern.
I like a
But you
little
get a lot
Laura.
of get a lot of Dino Daddy.
Okay, well, I can do that. Um,
And that's all that really needs to be said about Jurassic Park 3, except for the dream where the raptor talks to him and goes, Alan!
oh boy, oh boy. Well, we should say there is a new one coming out,
Alan!
like in 2 weeks or something.
Yes. Yeah. Well, so yeah, Jurassic World is it's all the same franchise, but kind of
Yeah.
Jurassic Park There were 3 of those, and
Hmm.
now there's 3 now, soon to be 4 Jurassic World movies.
And now those are all direct sequels. It's not,
Well,
they are meant.
they're all direct sequels. I mean, Jurassic
Right.
World does not retcon any of the stuff from
Exactly.
the original
Exactly.
movies.
Yeah.
Um,
But the new
I thought
one,
the first
Rebirth.
I thought the first one was enjoyable enough in a big kind of mindless
Oh, sure, like big
summer
summer
movie
blockbuster
way.
fun.
It's not
Yeah.
the best, but I had fun with it, like kind of in a turn your brain off way.
Yeah.
And it was just downhill from there for me. I Fallen Kingdom, not great, Bob.
I
We
remember
got that
nothing
one in
about that,
2018. And then we get as we record this, the last Jurassic Park movie to hit theaters,
which I've not
uh
seen.
Jurassic World Dominion in 2022. And I was so like, I almost turned it off about halfway through. I was like
So an
frustrated.
hour and 45 minutes in, because that movie is nearly fucking like
It's
3
so
hours.
long,
Yeah.
and it brings back the original 3, Sam Neill, Laura Dern,
Mhm.
and Jeff Goldblum, and wastes all 3 of them. And it's horrible. It's the worst. Like, it's by far the worst Jurassic Park movie as far as I'm concerned. It
Mhm.
made me mad. Like,
Yeah,
Jurassic Park 3 is like, it's Jurassic Park 3.
sure.
It's
Yeah, yeah,
not
yeah.
the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
But God,
Dominion
Dominion
is.
sucked. It
Yeah.
sucked. It made me. It was like when I watched Halloween Ends, the newest Halloween movie, the
Yeah,
end of that trilogy. It like made me mad. I was like, I would have just rather had no movie than
that's
this movie.
correct. Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
no
That's
movie would have been better. Like, let's
mhm.
just you're
Open-ended.
ruining the good goddamn name of Jurassic Park or Jurassic World or whatever.
Michael Crichton is rolling over in his giant grave.
And it's gigantic. Right? Yeah. So
Well,
as
there
we
is a new
record
one,
this,
and it's called Rebirth. So
Rebirth.
maybe we're gonna retcon all the Chris Pratts and
Well, I don't have high hopes because why would I?
yeah,
But
I mean,
it
I
is
think I
it's
hope that it is entertaining. That's all I want,
I
I
just want
guess.
it to be fun and good.
I just want it to be fun and good.
I
It
feel like
doesn't
it's
have to
not
make a
that
ton
hard.
of
It's
sense.
dinos. You're
It's
overthinking it. You are overthinking it.
so
It's
much fucking
dinos.
CG. Yeah.
It
Mhm.
is being directed by Gareth Edwards, who I like. I
Yeah.
actually just watched his first movie, Monsters, not too long ago, and
That's a good
I
one.
revisited that one.
Yeah.
So I like him.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson's and Mahershala Ali.
Jonathan Edwards, Mahershala Ali. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got a good cast.
So
Uh,
we'll see. It comes out
let's just
July
hope it's
2nd.
fun and good. We know it's not going to be the original. That's fine.
We'll report back. We'll go see it when it comes out here in a few
Mhm.
weeks, and we'll report back.
That sounds good. Yeah.
We'll have a
Yeah.
follow-up. But yeah, but I mean, as far as the first Jurassic Park, I mean, what is there to say that hasn't been said a billion times? It's kind of widely considered one of the best, most influential movies of its
Mhm.
time.
The score.
Personally,
We
it's
didn't
one of
even
my
talk
favorite
about the
movies.
score. One of the
Oh
best
yeah.
John Williams score of all time. Maybe like
Oh,
my top 3.
absolutely iconic score. Yeah, I mean, we
Oh.
could just go on and on. I mean, there's
Mhm.
so many little things. It's one of those movies that I've seen a billion times, and if I'm flipping the channels
Mhm.
and it's on, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like Jaws. Like,
Yeah.
wherever it's at, I'll stop it and watch it because I love it.
Yeah.
Every scene I've got kind of is embedded in my brain.
Just Jaws, I'm like, to me, it's a perfect film.
Yeah, pretty
You
damn
know, it
close.
might it's there's nothing about that movie that I would change.
Spielberg, you
Spielberg,
magnificent bastard.
he knows how to
You
do
did
it.
it again.
Did it. Well, I think there's only one thing left to do, Justin, and that is to induct this puppy, this dino, into the Cool Kids Club Movie Club Hall of Fame.
Okay, you need me to do fancy voice then?
I do, yes. Here, I'm gonna give you some fanfare.
You're gonna splicey me in some fanfare?
I'm gonna splice it in, yep.
Okay. I hereby induct Jurassic Park into the Cool Kids Movie Club Hall of Fame.
Perfect.
Thank you.
No changes. I have no notes for that.
Uh,
Let's do some plugs, shall we?
let's plug it. Let's
Let's
plug it.
plug it up. Listen, if you enjoyed this episode, and I hope that you did, You can find all 109 previous episodes wherever you found this one on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. You can also check us out on YouTube. We do upload the audio for all of our podcasts there, if that's what you prefer. You can find us on Instagram, Blue Sky, and Threads at Cool Kids Club Pod. You can also find us on Facebook if you search for Cool Kids Club Podcast. You can find Justin and I individually on Instagram. Justin is at Lousy with Ghosts, and I am at Amy with 4 H's. And of course, we would be remiss if we did not thank our Dino Daddy, our maestro, Mr. Brian Wakefield, creator of all of our theme songs here at Cool Kids Club. Check him out at
almost as iconic as John Williams' score in this movie.
To me, it's John Williams and then Brian Wakefield.
It's Dr. Like Brian 1A,
1B. Dr. Brian Wakefield. That's right. Check him out at brianwakefieldmusic.com.
The Dr. Dino Daddy.
Dr. Dino Daddy. That's right. Justin, do you have any?
This whole episode and I didn't say life finds a way.
Oh, but you worked it in. There you go. There you go.
So maybe we should tell everyone to stay cool in like a Goldblum voice, or I could do the DNA voice again.
Let's do Goldblum.
You want to do a Goldblum?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Justin, do you have any wise parting words here for our listeners?
Well, I think Dr. Malcolm would say something like, I guess you should probably stay cool.
Holy fucking shit, it's a dinosaur! Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Oh my fucking god, fucking dinosaurs! Holy